When you're working with Windows folders, it can become very frustrating trying to find what you're looking for. You can search around, yes, but you can't filter down onto properties like who created it, who approved something. There's so many things that you simply cannot do. So I'm going to show you some of the techniques that you've got inside mFiles that make it really a joy to use and very simple. So the easiest thing is just to start typing in this search bar. So let's do a simple search to begin with. So if I type in schedule, whoops, type it properly there and hit return. We then see some documents that mention schedule, perhaps in the name of the file, but it may be somewhere else. So it may be that it's in the metadata, and I can use this refiner to filter that down, or perhaps it's specifically in the file contents that I'm interested in. Perhaps it's over a particular period and it's last year that I'm interested in. Let's pick on one of these. So I'm going to pick the employee absence schedule, and we'll have a look at the preview, and you'll see that we also get keyword highlighting inside the documents as well. So that's a fairly basic sort of search that we can do. I'm going to hit home, take us back to the beginning. And let's try something else. So I might be looking for a document where I'm thinking, well, I know who created it and I know the project, and I just want to then go from there. So I can hit this little thing here and select a property, but I'm going to start typing created and pick created by. And I could pick the person from the list here, or I can start to type. So I'm going to start to type Steve Granger. So this will be anything from Steve Granger. If I hit search there, it'll show me these are all the documents that Steve Granger has been involved in. You can see the different projects: Import Heights, Enfield Youth Centre, Boston Brewery, and so on. So I'm only interested in ones from a particular project. So I want to add another filter on here and say that the project ID is, and then I can pick off a project, but I'll start to type Chopin Music School, and that now has filtered it down. So I'm only looking at documents that Steve's created on Chopin Music School. I'd like to refine it further and actually look for the contents. So I'm going to look for projection room and hit return. So these documents mention projection room somewhere, and if I just expand, let's take that one for example. We've got a DWG and a PDF. If I pick on the PDF and then click on the preview, we can then see the highlighting here in the drawing to find projection room. It's really very useful. Now, everything I've done so far is inside the document management system. These documents live within mFiles, but you don't have to be limited by this. You can point mFiles at data that's outside of the system. Now, I've done this on my local PC. I've created a subfolder off my C drive called network folders, but typically you'll be pointing this to a server on your file system, so it might be a J drive or a P drive or whatever you've got, but basically it's typical that it would be a central server. I've put into here some files, manuals that I've downloaded from the internet, and what I can do is get mFiles to then link that in. So I can find those documents through here, and here are my manuals visible within here. I'm going to click home again just to show that we can actually find them using the search as well, because the search indexes into everything. So if I then up here typed in control and hit return, it's found, for instance, this file here. You can see it's showing that it's in a network folder and it's in the manual subfolder. And if I click on this hero camera one, I can get the preview and it's doing the keyword highlighting, but it's being a bit clever because I typed in control, but we're getting controls and controlling. So it's that sort of power that makes it really, really easy to just find what you want when you need it really quickly.